Canto 34. Judica. Traitors to lords and benefactors. Satan. Brutus, Cassius, and Judas. Descent past the center. Climb to purgatory. Vexilla regis prodeunt inferni toward us. Therefore look ahead, said my master, to see if you discern him. As when a thick mist breathes, or when our hemisphere is all night, a mill appears from afar that the wind is turning, so I seem to see such an edifice there. Then, because of the wind, I shrank behind my leader, for there was no other shelter. I was already, and fearfully I said it in meter, where the shades were all covered, and they appeared like straws in glass. Some are lying, others are vertical, this with head above, that with feet. Some, like bows, turn their faces toward their feet. When we had moved so far ahead that it pleased my master to show me the creature who had once been beautiful, he removed himself from in front of me and made me stop, saying, "Behold this, and behold the place where you must arm yourself with courage." How then I became frozen and feeble, do not ask, reader, for I do not write it, and all speech would be insufficient. I did not die, and I did not remain alive. Think now for yourself, if you have wit at all, what I became, deprived of both. The emperor of the dolorous kingdom issued from the ice at the midpoint of his breast, and I am more to be compared with a giant than the giants with his arms. See now how great must be the whole that fits with such a part. If he was as beautiful then as now he is ugly, when he lifted his brow against his Maker, well must all grieving proceed from him. Oh, how great a marvel did it seem to me when I saw 3 faces on his head. One was in front, and that was crimson. The other were 2, and they were joined to the first above the midpoint of each shoulder, and came together at the crest. And the right one seemed between white and yellow. The left was such to see as those who come from beyond the cataracts of the Nile. Beneath each one came out 2 great wings, such as befitted so great a bird. Sea-going sails I never saw so large. They did not have feathers, their mode was like a bat's, and he was fanning them so that the 3 winds went out from him. By them Cocytus was frozen. With 6 eyes he was weeping, and down 3 chins dripped the tears and the bloody slobber. In each of his mouths he was breaking a sinner with his teeth in the manner of a scutch, so that he made 3 suffer at once. To the one in front the biting was nothing next to the clawing, for at times his spine remained all naked of skin. That soul up there who has the greatest punishment, said my master, is Judas Iscariot, with his head inside, waving his legs outside. Of the other 2 whose heads are below, he who hangs from the black muzzle is Brutus. See how he is convulsed, but does not say a word. And the other is Cassius, who seems so powerfully built. But the night is rising again, and now we must depart, for we have seen everything. As it pleased him, I clung to his neck, and he watched for time and place, and when the wings were fully open, he took hold of the furry sides, from tuft to tuft. Then he descended between the thick hair and the frozen crust. When we came to where the thigh is hinged, exactly at the widest of the hips, my leader, with labor and difficulty, turned his head to where he had his shanks, and clung to the pelt like one who climbs, so that I suppose we were returning into hell again. Hold fast, for by such stairs, said my master, panting like one weary, must we depart from so much evil. Next he went forth through the hole in the rock, and placed me sitting on the rim. Then he extended his careful step to me. I raised my eyes, thinking to see Lucifer as I had left him, and I saw that he extended his legs upward. And if I labored in thought then, let the gross people ponder it who do not see what point it was that I had passed. Rise up, said my master, on your feet. The way is long and the path is difficult, and already the sun has reached mid-tierce. That was no walk to a palace where we were, but a natural cavern that had uneven ground and lacked light. Before I am uprooted from the abyss, my master, said I, when I was erect, speak to me a little to help me out of error. Where is the ice, and he? How is he fixed so upside down? And how, in so little time, has the sun made the passage from evening to morning? And he to me, you imagine that you are still on the other side of the center, where I laid hold on the fur of this evil worm that gnaws the world. You were on that side while I descended. When I turned, you passed the point toward which the weights all move from every direction. And now you are beneath the hemisphere opposite the one covered by the dry land, and under whose high point died the man who was born and lived without sin. You have your feet on a little sphere that makes the other face of the Judica. Here it is morning, when there it is evening, and this one, who gave us a ladder with his fur, is still fixed as he was earlier. On this side he fell down from heaven, and the dry land which previously extended over here, for fear of him, took the sea as a veil, and came to our hemisphere. And perhaps what does appear on this side left this empty space in order to escape from him, and fled upward. There is a place down there, removed from Beelzebub, as far as the width of his tomb, known not by sight, but by the sound of a little stream that descends through a hole in a rock, eroded by its winding course, and it is not steep. My leader and I entered on that hidden path to return to the bright world, and, without taking care for rest at all, up we climbed, he first and I second, until I saw the beautiful things the heavens carry, through a round opening, and thence we came forth to look again at the stars.